Welcome back to Bet Safe. I'm Jim Hamilton.
Who?
Mate, look at me, Jim Hamilton.
What are you dressed as?
Mate, new jacket, new shirt, new trousers. I look sharp on that screen there.
Are you all tailored or?
Also, apart from the trousers.
Yeah, you didn't get them to do the length of the trousers. Turn-ups. Yeah, they.
Trousers are a bit small.
Turn-ups back in the 80s, right?
Exactly, mate. 80s. Should have been back then. Born there in 82, believe it or not.
I was an 80s boy.
I look 25, mate. You look 65. Anyway, bit of ruggers. We're going to preview the round 3 of the Champions Cup. It's back. But I'm annoyed.
Why?
Before we mate, what? Saracens got robbed.
Saracens are...
They got robbed on Sunday.
In the form of their lives.
Mate.
Oh, no, they're not. The opposite of that. 5 defeats on the spin. Do you know why? No Jim Hamilton. Jim retires, and I'll be honest, Jim was the finisher at Saracens. He was always on the bench, those crucial 2 minutes at the end of every game.
Close the game.
He'd come on and win it for them.
When did Sarries lose it?
In the last minute.
In the last minute.
No Jim,
last
no
minute.
win.
No Jim, no win, mate.
There
You
we
said
go.
it. So I'm gutted today because I had them down.
You did.
Last week. So I apologise for that. I apologise. Anyway, we're going to have a look at this week's Champions Cup.
Yeah, round 3 of the Champions Cup. Love these weeks. Back-to-back games. Talk to me about your Exeter, Jim. Who have you gone for?
What team do you think I've gone for on Friday night?
I reckon you've picked a Scottish team, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
yes,
right,
I
here we go.
have. And why have I picked a Scottish team?
Well, they haven't won yet, Glasgow, have they? They've
Mate,
played 2, lost 2 in
They're
this group.
unbeaten. They're unbeaten in the Pro 14.
But they haven't won in Europe.
Yeah, they haven't, no.
Exactly.
But David Rennie has come out and said that this is a must-win game for them. We know that. A lot of people say you lose your first 2 games, which both these teams have, then the likelihood is you're not going to qualify. But Glasgow are going to see this opportunity against Montpellier. Vern Cotter, he's coming back to Scotland.
He is.
He's going to know a lot about the players.
Heroes reception, I've heard.
Heroes reception,
You'll
mate.
be up there clapping him, right?
Absolutely hates me. But Glasgow have been in scintillating form. Scintillating.
In the Pro 14.
In the Pro 14
Yeah.
and for Scotland.
Yeah.
So a lot of the key players...
Just not Europe, eh?
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Now's their time. David Rennie says they're unbeaten in the Pro 14. They smashed Cardiff 40 points to 16 at the weekend. The week before that, they smashed the Ospreys 47-6.
But that's the Welsh,
47-6.
That's the Welsh, and the Welsh aren't very good, let's be honest.
Montpellier are okay as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit, actually. Obviously, they've lost their 2 games in Europe so far. Lost to Exeter at home last time out as well. So for them, it's difficult. You know, whoever loses this game is completely done in the tournament.
It's out.
Glasgow, they've got to go for 5 points. That's all they can do and try and back up those defeats with a victory this weekend.
Might have. So I've gone for Glasgow on Friday night.
I actually agree with you there. Glasgow will win that game.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So next up, Goody, I've gone for the old school rivalry of Munster versus Leicester. Our old team.
Yeah.
Leicester.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Munster, mate.
So you've gone against
I've gone
the
for
old team.
Munster.
I can't believe it.
I know. Well, you can believe it, can't you, mate? Munster at home, an unbelievable place to go and play rugby. Leicester have been struggling in the Premiership for form, although they are top of their group.
They are.
They are. So they've done well so far in Europe, and they've got to try and unravel their bad form. I mean, against Wasps at the weekend, they were robbed.
I don't think they were robbed.
I think they were.
Their game management was poor.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And who runs that?
George Ford.
Yes, he does.
So you're blaming George Ford?
Well, you're his biggest fan.
Oh, I'm not his biggest fan. That's his dad. I think he's a good player, but he did cost them the game that weekend. And they've got to get that game management right. That's where they had the issue. They were 25 all with 3 minutes to go, playing deep out of their own half. Just kick it. They gift an opportunity to Wasps. Wasps go and win it. Great win for Wasps, eh?
It was, yeah. It was anyway. We're talking about Munster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're my team, Munster.
Yeah. Oh, did you play for Munster?
No, I didn't know.
Are you Irish now as well?
Yeah, I feel Irish. I played against, what's his name? Peter O'Mahony.
O'Mahony.
Yeah, O'Mahony. Yeah, we're like that.
Okay.
But this will be a great game. This could be the game of the weekend, actually. To be fair, both teams need to win. Munster, fantastic at home. Leicester, desperate for the win. I think if they beat Munster, which I don't think they will, cement their place.
I think Leicester will be looking at these next 2 games as getting a losing bonus point as a minimum requirement over at Thomond Park and then beating them back at Welford Road. And these knockout games, in terms of where they're both stood in the group, back-to-back games, they're outstanding and a lot of history between these 2. I tend to agree with you. I think Munster are going to win.
Exactly, and we'll see the week after. See who we go for.
We will.
OK, so the next game I've gone a little bit sideways.
OK.
Yeah, a little bit the other way, because I've gone for a Welsh versus an Italian team.
OK.
So I've gone for Scarlets versus Benetton.
So you picked an easy game again?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Just
yeah,
the
other 2 are really difficult to pick, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I've gone for an away win with Benetton. No, I haven't.
Oh, OK.
Hey, no, I haven't. I've gone for Scarlets. My good mate, John Barclay.
Yep.
He's captain of Scotland and Wales, so I'm like that. He's like my best mate now.
You've got loads of mates, haven't you?
I've got not as many as you.
Exactly.
Not as many clubs as you.
Exactly.
But yeah, I've gone for Scarlets. You know, they were fantastic last year. Good team. Benetton, they're improving.
Yeah.
Mate, they've had some big wins, haven't they?
They're actually punching way above their weight in this competition. They ran Toulon really close in the last round.
That was the one that I was thinking about.
Yeah. So they've improved a hell of a lot. 2-3 years ago, you'd say this is a 40-point victory. Now, Scarlets, they're going to have to work for the victory, but I agree with you. I think they'll win. Obviously going to get their Welsh players back as well. Scott Williams on some outstanding form for Wales, so I'm with you there. I tend to agree with Jim. What's this about?
It's easy pickings, but Benetton, they've only won 3 of the last 10.
Yeah.
That's an easy one, eh?
It's an easy one.
That's
fairly
an easy
obvious
one. I've gone for the hard one. I've gone for the game of the weekend. This is the game of the weekend on Sunday. Do you know who it is? It's my team.
La Rochelle against Wasps.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, Saracens.
Okay, Saracens.
Versus Clermont. What a game this is going to be.
Humdinger, isn't it?
Humdinger, a repeat of the final from last year.
Yeah.
2 of the best teams in Europe.
I do worry for Saracens, though.
Why?
Because
I'm not there?
The form they're in, they've lost their last 5 games in all competitions. That's unheard of for Saracens.
It's the Anglo-Welsh. We didn't even talk about the Anglo-Welsh.
We didn't. 2 Anglo-Welsh, 3 Premiership. 5 games on the spin. I think it's their worst run for 7 years or something.
Is it 7?
Something like 7 years. The big problem for me. Tight games like this, though. Last 2 minutes. You don't need Will Skelton coming off the bench. You need Big Jim. So get your boots on.
You've called it, mate.
Put a bit of weight on in the week because you've lost your chest.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Tuck your shirt in.
Noodle arms.
Work on the guns.
I'm primed to go.
Mate, ready to go.
Genuinely, they could want me back. The final I came on and closed it out. This is going to be a classic.
I just have to look at the camera and smile when you say things like that, Jim. It's amazing.
This is going to be a classic, eh?
It is. It's going to be amazing. Powerhouses of European rugby. Obviously, a repeat of the final last year. Clermont are in a difficult spot, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've only won half their games in the top 14.
Mate, I just saw that.
It's not great, is it?
Mate, French rugby.
Bizarre.
Eh? Très bizarre.
Très bizarre.
Très bizarre.
Very good French from your time at Montpellier as well.
It was, mate. Très bizarre.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Clermont. They're in a tough spot because their first choice fly half, Camille Lopez, France's first choice fly half, he's out injured for the rest of the year with a horrible broken leg.
Horrible.
Luke McAllister is signed from Toulon, shipped himself up to Clermont, minus about 10 degrees as well because up in the mountains in Clermont it's pretty cold. But I just think that settling in period for him is going to be difficult. They haven't been in great form in the top 14. This has got a Saracens win written all over it, hasn't it?
It has, that's what I've gone for.
Exactly. Easy one again.
Easy, it's not going to be easy.
There we go.
Let's have a recap of my ACCAs so we know, OK? So I've gone for Glasgow to beat Montpellier on Friday night at Scotstoun under the lights. The 2 Saturday games I've gone for Munster to beat Leicester. I hate saying that. Oh, I love Munster as well.
But you're a Saracens man.
Yeah, I am, yeah. And Scarlets to beat Benetton, that's going to be close. And the big one on Sunday, the mighty Saracens. Oh, come on, Sarries. Against Clermont. Montferrand.
I think so, yeah. 4 pretty obvious wins there, Jim. Well done.
Difficult. Thanks very much. Who are you gone for, Goody? Well, I bet it's nice and easy, eh?
It is. Well, it's not actually. It's pretty difficult because obviously, with these games going back to back, I didn't want to do the easy games like yourself, Jim.
So what are you gone for then?
My first one, I've gone Toulon against Bath.
Well, that's hard.
Well, it is actually. Toulon are in some average form in the top 14.
They're rubbish, aren't they?
Fabien Gaultier, an old coach of yours. What a good coach. You agree with that?
Oh, mate, no comment.
You're calling him a cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah! Anyway, so Toulon against Bath. Bath are in some OK form in the Premiership. They went away to Exeter at the weekend and got absolutely trounced, but they finished the game really well.
We called that.
You did call it, but they finished the game really well. So I think they gifted an attacking bonus point, conceded 4 tries in that first half. Against Exeter, but then they came back and scored 4 themselves. So Toulon away is a tough place to go. Toulon have been in some scratchy form, but they did beat Lyon at the weekend and fairly convincingly. Fekitoa outside centre, he was outstanding. Matthew Bastareaud, oh my units. The size of him, the Bath boys in midfield are going to have to make some horrendous tackles.
But the Bath defence is good though. That's one of their strongest points.
Apart from against Exeter on a Sunday or a Saturday.
Yeah, but that's when they were out 5 minutes from the try line. I just don't know whether Toulon have got the game management. Well, I'm not saying Bath will win, but I don't think it'll be as convincing. So
well,
you have gone for a hard game.
I've gone for a hard one because Bath are top of the pool at the minute after their victories over the Scarlets last time out away, and they beat Benetton at home as well. So they've had 2 easy-ish games to start off with. This is the test now, back-to-back against the European big boys. Toulon up front, I don't think they are what they used to be. Opportunity for Bath, but I like picking out hard games. That's why I went for Toulon to beat Bath. And then another game, Harlequins, who still haven't won a game.
You haven't gone for Harlequins?
I've gone for Harlequins.
Oh, my.
Harlequins against Ulster.
You're going to get great odds. If these are yours so far, if you think Quins are going to beat Ulster, that is great odds.
This is it, though. Harlequins, they beat Saracens. They beat the European champions,
mate, they were,
on Sunday.
Saracens were robbed. Thieves, mate. That was their biggest game of their lives.
You calling them thieves?
I just don't know whether they can back it up.
Well, this is the thing. For Harlequins, very similar to Glasgow. Harlequins haven't won a game. They're bottom of the pool. This is their last chance saloon. If they lose this game, they're gone. So they're going to be throwing everything into it. I just wonder whether their emotional and physical energy has been taken out of them after beating Saracens at the weekend, just gone. Ulster, got absolutely trounced by La Rochelle in the last round. They beat Wasps in round 1, so they're in the balance as well. Really tricky game to call. Ulster, big European pedigree. Harlequins, sometimes they play well, sometimes not so much, but always at the stoop. They're pretty competitive, and I'm expecting another big Harlequins performance, backing up their victory over the European champion Saracens.
I like Ulster.
You do like Ulster.
I love Ulster.
And you hate Harlequins. My third one, another tough one to call, Exeter against Leinster.
Oh, I nearly picked that.
It's a tough one because Leinster are a very, very good team.
Yeah.
Their pedigree in Europe, again, is fantastic. They've been in decent form in the Pro 14.
And they're top. They're top of the pool.
They are top of the pool.
So that's how good they are.
They are very good. But Exeter at home, Sandy Park, real tough place to go. They won last time out at Montpellier, a massive victory for Exeter. It's a tough one to call, but I just feel the momentum that Exeter have got. They hammered Bath down at Sandy Park in the Premiership at the weekend. Their confidence is high. They've got guys coming back from international duty. Jack Knowles fit again. Henry Slade will be back in the mix this weekend. They've got an
Simmons will start, obviously.
Yeah, even though Thomas Waldron was outstanding against Bath.
Yeah.
The big fella, the choo-choo, Thomas the Tank, he went well. So, but for me, Exeter, the way that the pace they play at the game, I think Leinster might struggle a little bit down there. So we've gone from an Exeter victory, and then finally, Saracens against Clermont.
Of course you have.
I have. I've gone for a Clermont. No, I haven't. I've gone for a Saracens victory. Of course I have. Although you've lost 5 on the spin.
I love how you say we.
Although you've lost 5 on the spin.
When we lose, it's them.
Right. It's not we.
We?
Because I'm
Saracens.
not Saracens.
So they lost.
Yeah.
But we will beat Clermont.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
You're blaming them for a defeat, but claiming the victory.
That's what you do.
That's
Glory.
what Jim Hamilton
Glory
does.
hunter.
Glory seeker. Okay, so Saracens back it up. They've got to come good. They've been very anti-Saracens in the way. They were 8 points clear of Harlequins with 9 minutes to go, and their game management let them down. Where's Owen Farrell when you need him?
Yeah, missed a couple of kicks, didn't he?
He did,
Missed
but
a couple
also
of
the
kicks.
discipline. Mara Toji gave a few penalties away.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at it. I disagree. I disagree with some of the referees' decisions. Not just for Saracens, against Quins as well. Quins scored a try.
Blinkered.
Harlequins scored a try and it wasn't given. That would have changed the game. Saracens would have went on and smashed them and got another bonus point. If that was the case, we would have been so
But
angry.
I do agree with you. Saracens, the big boys back at Allianz Park, their form at Allianz Park when they've got their first team out. Not in the Anglo-Welsh or not when the autumn internationals were on, when you lost to Exeter. Didn't want to remind you of that either. But I just think Clermont coming to town, yes, they'll be hurting from the Champions Cup final last year. They've got some unbelievable players like Raka, Nike Tathi.
What a name, Raka.
Yeah, Raka.
What's your name? Raka.
My name is Raka.
What's your name, Andy?
Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? Or Jim.
Oh, Jim.
Or Jim. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to go Saracens. And I'm going to say it's going to be fairly comfortable, actually. A 15-point victory for Saracens.
Really?
They're going to train hard this week. They're going to have the bit between their teeth. People are looking at them now and questioning them, which hasn't happened for a long time. And I think they'll just answer it with a huge performance at Allianz Park.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick recap of my ACCAs then. I'm going Toulon to beat Bath, Quins to beat Ulster, Exeter to beat Leinster, and Sarries to beat Sunday. 3 of them are on Sunday. Let's look forward to a big weekend of rugby.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've got a feeling Leinster might beat Exeter.
I don't think so.
Just got a feeling. But that's it. That's our preview of this week's Champions Cup. Brought to you, go on, you tell them who.
By BetSafe, the official partner.
Please say it. I'm going to say it because they're my team.
Okay, you
when
say
they
it.
start winning. Saracens! Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, Saracens.